All right, welcome back. It's time for Nightmare Zone, episode 65. Just got into Drucker County, which everyone who follows me knows that this is my least favorite of the regions, but you know, we got Mackie, so it shouldn't be too bad. Mackie's going to help lower our what do you call it, fuel expenditures, and you know, I mean, once you get started, you know, once you actually start driving somewhere, it's not as bad as it's not as I mean, no, it's that bad. It is bad, but it's not as bad once you just start, you know, just suck it up and start driving to your objective. It's that Drucker County. You know what? This is what I think about Drucker County. I would not have a problem with Drucker County if the quality of the bases, the average quality of the bases were a lot higher. Yet Mayor Valley has base for base, typically the highest quality. There are some exceptions, like the four-man base in Mayor Valley is really bad. But typically speaking, the base quality is really good in Mayor Valley, and it's simultaneously the, yeah, of course I get in the back seat. Car. But yeah, so the terrain is the hardest on Drucker County, and the bases are either average to below average. That's what I don't like about it. Get a fuel thing and pull it out of here. All right. So I didn't do my homework and look exactly where the base is. We're just going to assume that it's right there. I'm pretty sure it's right there. If it's not there, then, well... Damn it. Wow, why did my vehicle not turn? I'm holding left on the analog, and it's like, I guess I'm just going to ram into that. Game is like harassing me right off the bat. Look at that. We're already. I would say when the steam is coming out of the vehicle, that's probably about 50% of the vehicle's condition has been damaged. But you know what? Whatever. We're just gonna have to drive all ghetto and whatnot. How is progress on things going? Well, you know what? I'll tell you one thing that's really annoying about the Echo weapons. So I was working on mechanics, and then I stopped on mechanics. You know, all the progress is still there. I can restart on it whenever. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from mechanics because it's so complicated. I want something a little bit easier right now. So I started doing the Echo weapons, thinking, oh yeah, that'll be really easy. Echo weapons? Yeah. You know, oh, this is definitely not it. This is so not Mike's Concrete. Where's Mike's Concrete? Oh. It's right next door. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do the Echo weapons. That'll be really easy. Well, now Echo weapons is turning out to be easily the most difficult... maybe not the most difficult, but the longest video I've ever done. It's finally going to surpass the Daybreak weapons. I believe that was the previous longest video. Not in terms of whatever the final length of the video is, but the length of the actual raw footage of the video, the raw voiceover. The raw voiceover for the Daybreak review, that one was really, really long, and this one is actually going to surpass that.
Plague zombie over there.
All right. They crouch, draw less attention if they get inside the base. So the first thing we're going to do is install this. And who's our current leader? A sheriff? We don't need sheriff. Confirm demotion. Everyone is just crowding right now. Demote.
So guess who's no longer in charge of this team? That'd be you.
Mackey's so rude.
The idea of the group taking a new direction.
I'll step down.
Okay, next up is going to be... Who's our sheriff? Warlord. Trader. Builder. Wait, we need builder. What am I doing? What am I talking about? Builder for the sniper tower.
The project is done, folks.
How does it feel to be temporarily leader again, Eric? Looking, if I want to look at the glass half full, quiet and contemplative with the steepled fingers, but if we look at the glass half empty, you know, like vacant and dying on the inside. So let's take a look at where we would want to build the... I think the middle is going to be more appropriate. Yeah, the entrance over there. So this one would have access to possibly the entrance over there. Maybe the outside one is the better one, because we've got yeah, let's do the outside one. I like the sound of this one out here. Let's turn this into sniper tower. And let's not build anything else temporarily. Let's actually upgrade this to storage level 2. And I'm gonna pull the bullets out before I lose my bullets. Where is the storage at? Okay, it's inside. Storage. I can't pull storage out? Another action is in progress. That's annoying. I guess we'll just install this in here.
A man can't hear himself think around here. It's too crowded.
Okay, so in the meantime, let's go do some reconnaissance. That's something that's pretty safe to do while the base is currently being built. What we want to do is make sure we reveal all the plague guards. So the plague guard removal methods are going to be, we're going to use the bounty weapons, and there are more plague guards than bounty weapons. Oh, well, what scale? It's going to be a large scale siege, so let's...
Everybody get ready. We got wall-to-wall zombs coming in.
Let's get ready. You jump up here. I've read siege is typically not too big a deal. Like, we might get 1 or 2 juggernauts at the most. Like, it's not going to be as serious as an organic siege, like, you know, organic nightmare siege. Not too worried about it. And once it passes, in fact, we could just, let's wait for the siege to end, but then we can just go full-scale construction.
Fuck! A feral! We are fucked!
Wow, his body went flying. Juggernaut. Oh man, look at them just lighting him up. And I'm gonna swoop in and do the hard work. You can thank me later. I'll take the 100 influence.
Screamer.
This sniper tower seems to be doing its job.
Run out of places to keep our stuff.
Okay, storage is done. We want to go in and grab the ammo because our capacity should be 25 each. Yeah, 25 each. So we will want to try and get our ammo down. Can I get on the roof? Nope, invisible wall.
It may be time to think about running.
They're gonna eat us! Let's make them pay for their fucking dinner!
Always with the F-bombs with Mackie. overall, I think the base setup is clearing him out pretty nicely. I mean, I did defeat the feral, but you know that's to be expected in general. You know, you guys know that the AI is incredibly unreliable against ferals. Why did that explode? What was that? Was that our van? Did they just destroy our van?
They're gonna eat us! Let's make them pay for their fucking dinner!
Someone's not having a good time. Let's go see what all that yelling is about. Bloater. I'll just blow them up real quick to clean up the gas. Where'd the Juggernaut go? Oh, he's up top with him. Really? You've got the BFG, and instead of... Okay, here we go. I thought he was actually going to bite me for a second. I thought he was going to miss Ladislaw and then bite me.
Lose again.
I would have been a little upset if that happened.
That is damn heavy.
Okay, now we won't lose any ammo. Now we can start building. So, let's go ahead and install... Red Talon bunk room?
Hey, all this
Probably.
noise is gonna bring a lot of zombies. Just, you know, FYI.
Garden? Let's remove one of these. Red Talon officers' quarters. And... Red Talon workshop? No, we need a medical place. Infirmary. I guess we'll rely on this, which means we won't get the auto repair. Yeah. Which is too bad. It'd be nice if we could swap this out for the Red Talon one, but you know, what can you do? Hey, these are nearly done, so let's... I guess we should go repair the van, since the van most likely exploded. I want to open the... Am I able to transfer stuff? Looks like I can. So as usual, you know, the zombies give us a nice warm welcome. Let's keep upgrading. Put this in there. I don't know if these stack, but let's install them both anyways. Why not? Let's find out. Let's turn this thing around as well. 'Cause I don't like it when they're backed in. Now, the reason I don't like it when they're backed in is because the UI will interfere with... It'll be like, oh, do you want to, like, upgrade this vehicle? Or do you want to access the trunk like it was earlier? Okay, now that that's built, we can demote Eric, like so. I felt like that built really quickly.
How are you?
He's like, oh, but I was leader for a few minutes.
We need someone else in charge of this place now.
Mackie being a little more respectful. You had a good run, yeah.
Time for
Yeah, yeah, your good run for like 5 or 6 minutes or whatever it was. We need a trader. Who's our trader? Logan. Get to be leader, boy. Trade depot. Oh. Okay. Time to go scout. We'll just add on to it. Oh, that's the juggernaut blocking me. Okay, how's this thing looking? Well, let's grab a survey car. Ugh. We're gonna need to be a little more mindful of our parts because we're not gonna get automatic repair from the Red Talon thing. So I guess we'll start out here and start revealing the area. Keys to not drive at maximum speed. Armor horde, huh? Mixed horde. Lots of hordes.
Red Talon has a job for you, and we repay favors. This request does have a deadline.
I wonder if the two of them count. We'll check that sometime. I don't know if the two... Basically, I'm not sure if two white noise machines are going to stack their morale bonuses. Okay, so here's our first area. Make sure we get a good scan. Drive nice and slow. Looks like this area is scanned. Look at all these looted buildings. This entire section is all looted. Ugh. Looking for a quiet area to actually just look at my base status, but
Any chance you can help us out over here?
area looks fairly quiet. Let's go use up some of more of our facility actions. Let's get this installed. This upgraded. Let's try to improve our morale a bit. Because if we can get our morale up a notch, it will help us build things quicker. So far, not too many plague arts, meaning they are going to be more densely. The more areas we sweep that don't have plague arts, the more likely it means that the plague arts will just be really densely packed elsewhere, which is convenient for demolition. Just revealed one. I saw the blood splatter. Okay, we got one there. The 10,000 gallon hat. We revealed that. Oh gosh. Not get bloated. Okay, I guess that building doesn't count. Or it's part of that military outpost. Really, I was expecting there to be one over there. One thing I really like about that little cul-de-sac is just the sheer amount of materials there. We'll definitely be able to use our CNC mill to harvest some parts out of that, because like I said, without the Red Talon workshop, we're going to have a little more entropy in terms of our parts, since we won't be able to rely on it to repair everything to full. We can leave some of those ones on the inner lane alone, because we will sweep through the inner areas. Okay, passing through the strip mall area. Go ahead and get this upgrading. Oh, we need more manpower. Here's the old strip mall again. Looks like we do have a plague art further down here. Strip mall was okay. Has a lot of redundant facilities, or maybe not redundant is not the correct word. It just has a lot of crap facilities that I wish I could reinstall, but it's still the best base in the region. I don't know if it's worth it to use all three of the large facilities, though. Or, you know, special large facilities. I think if I were to revisit the strip mall, I would probably go for the staging area to remove our material losses. Let's go in this direction. I think I saw, is that a hostile community? Seems like we always get at least one hostile community now. We're gonna sweep through the perimeter of the map first, honestly, just because that's where the hardest drive is. Let's get the hard drive out of the way. Twin Tables National Park. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish up the voiceover tonight for. I'd rather get this one upgrading, kind of keep them in line with each other. Because it's just about done. I just need to review basically the Echo S7, which is the assault rifle, and then I just need to do the tier list. The tier list is also the conclusion, and so basically that'll be that. I'm not looking forward to mastering that, but one thing I gotta learn is to not shy away from the really annoying jobs. That's one of the things that really slows me down in... One of the things, like, I'll actively confess that slows me down in video creating is, like, I always drag my heels on the really tedious parts that they're not fun. They're not, you know, it's not a creative thing. It's not fun. It's just, we're just gonna sit there and just grind away at it. And, that's one thing that I just got to accept. You know, you want to grow the channel, then you can't always do fun stuff. Because mastering the audio is basically where you listen to like the entire audio second to second, and you correct any audio errors that are possible to be corrected. Like someone asked about like how you filter out the sound, and I can't filter out sound if the sound that basically if we had an audio error right now while I'm talking, I can't really remove that. I could re-record that section, but I can't just like strip the sound out of that section. Like I wouldn't be able to, like, okay, if my cat meowed and you heard my cat meow, I wouldn't be able to remove the cat from my voice because the microphone, it's all just one giant sound wave. That's all it is. It's just one huge source of sound that it's capturing, and it wouldn't be able to differentiate my voice from my cat. The reason I'm able to separate the Xbox from my voice is because of it's two separate recordings being done. One of the recordings is literally my Xbox to my computer, and so the program does not combine the same source from my microphone. Like, my microphone is a separate audio track altogether, and that's why I'm able to separate the two and make the video game the volume lower, and I'm able to make my own voice higher. Do I have to actually go in there to reveal that one? You just get a little closer, that should do it. I want this building right here. Oh, it was a second plague art. Interesting. We got 2 plague arts in that military base area. So one of the things I've been working on, and I think I've got a solution, is... So people want to play, and they want me to make a series where I play with the subs. And what I want to do is find a way to have 3 audio tracks. And basically, what would the 3 audio tracks be? One of them would be the game audio, so I could independently control the volume of the game audio. A second track would be my voice, and that's how it is right now. There's 2 audio tracks, the game audio and my voice. And then I wanted to create a third audio track that would be whoever I'm playing with. Because I could currently record people's, whatever the guest voice is, but they would be combined with the game audio, and so we would have the problem where if I wanted to make the game audio lower in volume, I would have no choice but to also make their voice lower, because the program doesn't differentiate sound sources. It's just one giant sound wave to it. Like that's all the program cares. It doesn't care that like it's game and voice. It all views it as the same sound wave. So what I have to do is be able to create 3 separate recordings that are all different sources. Like the Xbox is a source, my microphone that I'm speaking into is a source, and then a third source that would be pulled. Where do we need to go? Let's reveal that real quick.
How much we've already accomplished.
And then I need a third source for the guest voice, and I think I figured out a solution. What I'm gonna do is, so on the computer, you can have an Xbox party cross-platform. So someone on the PC can be in an Xbox Live party with someone on Xbox. So what I'm thinking about doing is I bought a adapter that allows you to link certain Xbox wireless components to your computer, so that you, for example, you could use your Xbox controller. Let's go through this lane over here. So you could link your Xbox controller to your computer, and you could use the Xbox controller on the computer. Well, you can also do that with headsets, and so I have an Xbox headset. It's a Xbox Turtle Beach exclusive. Probably should have just got a neutral one so that I wouldn't need that adapter, but...
Project is done, folks.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. We got a lot of manpower now. Let me find a quiet area. Jeez, spawning in on me. Can't find a quiet spot, just leave me alone. Ah! Of course. Does this not have a silencer on it? Or is it really just that loud still on Nightmare Zone? And that... This really just shows you how much louder Nightmare Zone is compared to Standard Zone. Like, if you look at the minimap, you see that you know, the yellow marker? That's about how loud a silenced weapon is on Standard Zone. I mean, like, come on, that's super loud still. Okay. Keep things upgrading to level 3. Level 3. I think that's everything. So we could activate some bonus effects. Out of manpower, so we actually can't activate any bonus effect. Let's refuel. Anyways, yeah, so audio tracks. So the 3 audio tracks that I believe I can I'm gonna test it with one of my friends to see if it actually works. So audio track number 1 is going to be the Xbox. Obviously, if that didn't work, you wouldn't be able to hear the current audio. Audio track number 2 is going to be my microphone. That's going to be the second source. And then audio track number 3 is going to be my computer desktop, which I'm going to open an Xbox Live party on the computer, on the PC, and then I'm going to set open broadcast software to record the sound off of my PC desktop. And I don't see why that would not allow me to have a third audio track. And then I would be able to balance both of our voices independently, not only from one another, so, you know, maybe someone has like a really high-pitched voice or just a really loud voice in general, I could balance their voice independently from mine. And also, our voices could be balanced independently from the game audio, which would be optimal. And that would be amazing if that's the case. Okay, so where do we have to go now? We have to scout this area, and I think that's it. Where's that area over here? I want to claim one of these buildings as an outpost. Might as well claim outposts while we're going. And obviously we're going to need a ton of material outposts. Materials are always the largest daily consumption. Oh, this character is tired too. So in addition to claiming the outpost, we'll also want to swap Mackie out. Plus he's injured. Tired and injured. Apparently we've got ferals.
We need some help. Can anyone over there lend a hand?
I wonder if they're that horde over there.
This location is perfect for an outpost.
I literally don't want to fire this gun right now because
Task I had you working on?
I don't want to make noise.
I got some unwanted company.
We're not even going to loot this. We can come back at a later time. We'll bring the Brogan Trekker here to loot this area. But with the possibly a feral horde,
Mark this place on the map as our new outpost.
let's just focus on the important stuff. Who should come out? Someone who needs to regain their status. You give me +3 morale. I need max health. Morale it is. I don't hear the ferals, but continue using the PPK. And get a tank of fuel. Looks like we gotta call another one out. Fuel time. Good. Feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, Pyro Launcher. Put this away and get the Pyro Launcher out. Did I get ammo? Okay, yeah, I did get ammo.
Yep. When a plan is right, it's right.
Right, give me those rebar. I will gladly scrap those. Okay, so we need to go about right here. Oh wait, we got some buildings here we didn't reveal. As you can see, we're making pretty good time, even for a very driving intense map. Yeah, that's one of my plans. Haven't had a chance to test it yet, though. But I feel optimistic about it. I don't see why it wouldn't work. But sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes it doesn't matter if I think it'll work or not, and it just doesn't work. This area is so much more
That plague heart can't be far away. I think I
peaceful than the other area, man. Like oh, come on! Don't get stuck with a feral nearby. Okay, I spoke too soon. I was like, oh, they're pretty peaceful in this area despite the plague hearts, but I guess the spawns are chasing me right now. There's the giant hospital. We can see it over that mountain. I'm surprised that wasn't a base. It's interesting because there's two giant landmarks in this area. You've got the 12,000 gallon hat, and then you have that gigantic hospital, and neither of them were.
Mayday! Mayday! Is anyone out there?
Wait, is this the wrong way? Yes, it is. And despite that, neither of those landmarks are bases. Wait, that's not true. There is one landmark that's a base, and that's Knight's Family Drive-In. I would definitely consider that to be a landmark just because of how strange it is. It's like, now that I'm actually thinking about that right now, what landmarks are bases? So in Mayor Valley, it would be Whitney Field. And possibly Camp Kellenquah. You'd consider that to be a landmark, I think. On this map, it's Knight's Family Drive-In. But that's it. That's interesting. They've got a lot of landmarks here, but...
Listeners, this is Lily. I'm afraid we have no news to share about our missing friend Twain. Like you, we're praying that he's out there, safe and sound.
We didn't reveal the hospital.
I hope he's all right. He's crazy, but he's also kind of inspiring.
Sometimes it's hard to keep track of these little stories over the radio just because, you know, like they happen so sporadically. And then also you've heard them once before and you kind of lose track of the chronological events. What's the name of this hospital? Sasser Regional Hospital. Okay, did I miss any buildings? Yes, we have to reveal this side. Making great time, I will say, overall. Okay, that looks like a concrete barrier, so let's avoid that. Okay, and then we've got a building we didn't reveal over there. Let's mark it. Okay, next, now that this is a level 3, we need to start making sure that our daily food consumption, they don't, like, cut into it. So I think if I did a revisiting a clean start in State of Decay 2, like a Nightmare Zone clean start. If I did anything differently, one thing I think I would do differently is I think I actually would roll characters this time, because it's such a pain when you don't roll your characters and pick some of the really essential stuff. It really, really slows the game down. And everyone can roll characters. You know, there's no... There's nothing to it, but... Because, like, I want to make sure I start with some really essential stuff, like... right here. Some examples would include gardening. I have to start with someone with gardening. It's just such a pain not having gardening. People just eat so much food on Nightmare Zone. It's unbelievable. And then another one is a mechanic. It's like, you gotta start with a mechanic. Not being able to repair your cars. Oh my god, I remember back in Season 1 of the Nightmare Zone, like just constantly hoping that an ally will sell a repair kit, and then sometimes they'd surprise you and they don't sell it. And you just feel like, oh my gosh, like you can't run anything over. You gotta drive, like, just gotta, like, drive very, very carefully because of how fragile the vehicles are. I don't know who those are the two most important. I'm not sure what the third, if I were to roll a third skill, it might be medicine, just to have that level 3 infirmary. I think I'll try to refuel here.
Can't do it.
This one going. Oh, of course I get in this game. Definitely noticed the difference in fuel consumption without Mackie at the wheel. Head back to base. So what we should do at the remaining time, I should probably try to find a few outposts. Oh no, let's not run that floater over. Alright, so we're gonna want an outpost around here. Is there a... meds? Food?
If you're listening out there, come save me, please.
Okay, so we don't have anything interesting. Oh, also, let's check our bed situation. We're still down a bed. Okay, so we can claim a bed outpost in that area. Like, I don't think we'll be able to fully set up our base in one episode, but man, like, we are building this base in, like, record time. That's one thing I will say. If I was thinking a little more ahead, I would have claimed an outpost while I was in that one little town we just revealed. Got a bunch of bloaters just lazing about. How much fuel do we have? 17? Nice of them to clear that area out for us to cleanly drive through. Okay, both of those are going, so we will lose not too much food now. Alright, so we want to choose... Oh wait, we have to go further down. This is the wrong area. I mean, I guess we did just change maps, so... Oh, sweet, we actually got fuel, nice. Constantly, oh, the plague guard's right there. I can't be upset if the plague guard is there. Mackie recovered pretty rapidly. That's the effects of that level 3 medicine facility, though, or a level 3 infirmary. Nice little security fence on this house right here.
Calling this one a bust.
Already looted, so don't have to worry about cleaning the place up.
Nothing moving around here but the
And we're
wind.
clear.
Okay.
Nice.
Work's done and this outpost is ready for use.
So we got an outpost here, here. There's our base here, so we're gonna want one here. Here. Probably one here as well. And we got room for 4, so I want one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I think one right here is fine. Okay, let's see. Is there a materials location? Yes. Bingo on the material location. Our influence looking like, oh yeah, we got plenty of influence. Basically 8,000. Is this the right way? Yes. Take this nice little side road.
You haven't forgotten what we talked about, right?
Oh, don't worry. I will be seeing how people what people are talking about once I get my base established. Oh, don't worry about that. You may be unhappy that I visited you, though.
Instead, we'll just be moving on.
Oh, man, you're a big jerk. Give me what I wanted.
Looks like I'm safe for now.
But they get so offended when you won't help
Outpost
them.
is
It's
up and
like,
running.
to get out of here, it's like I never agreed to help.
Like they say, fortune favors the bold.
Okay, I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
No reason to keep searching here.
And it was nothing. We do know there were 2 rucksacks in here. That'll be good. We can strip them for parts. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, let's, actually, I might grab another fuel tank. Grab another fuel tank. Probably have to make one. Oh, looks like oh, that's right. Ladislaus siphoned some fuel, but we would have to wind up making one anyways. At some point in time. Okay. Let's see where we gotta go next. So we got a base here. I want one here. Here, so... What's our losses looking like? Still got 4 material losses. Let's try to claim another material outpost. Bingo. Mel's Hardware. How do we get there? Go this way. I kind of want to just get all these outposts set, so I might extend this episode just to get these outposts set, because... You know, then in the following episode, we just won't even have to worry about it. And the base will basically be complete. Because we constructed it in just record times. Like, I can't believe how fast we were able to construct the base. I mean, a lot of it is probably that those Red Talon structures, they don't take very long to build at all. Speaking of which, yeah, we still got 46 materials left. But we could probably deal with that just by installing the CNC mill. In fact, I could probably do that right now. Let's take this out. What did I get for, like, not... So this is one of those situations where it's advisable just to tank the damage. Because, you know, what are you going to do? Get out with, like, all of that there? It's not a good idea. So it took one painkiller, and you see it's... There you go. That's another piece of advice is, if you've got decent heals and your guys have decent health, if you run over a bloater and you're just like, oh no, I ran over a bloater, but and it's really dangerous to get out, just stay inside and just tank through the damage.
I need some help.
Don't you give up on me.
Interesting that I got a health penalty, but not a stamina penalty. There we go. We tried to avoid that zombie, and then that happens. That's classic, though, isn't it? You know, like, you always hear that story, the swerve out of the way to avoid the dog, and then you crash into something else. Where's it gonna put me? Way over here, I guess. Where am I? Oh, closer to where I want to be. Where am I? Okay. Confused at first. I like how it prioritizes putting you in, like, a parking lot. I don't know why that amuses me, but it does.
Can't do it.
Try our rare sword out. Quite a few one-hit kills there. Here it is, Mel's Hardware.
Damn.
And we gotta break in.
I hope nothing heard that.
Flame it before a zombie appears
I
and
hereby
obstructs
certify
it.
this outpost ready and outposty.
Throw that in the back. Definitely take that repair kit. Grab another fuel thing while we're here. Probably heal as well. The bandage. Crouch and see what our next... I wanted an outpost here. Wow. Is there... Yes, there is, right next to the plague art. Let's check our losses real quick. Oh yeah, we were going to also install this, the CNC mill. So if I get one more material, -1, that'll bring us down to 2. Is there a material location around here? Preferably one that's not literally next door to a plague art. There's one. How does the airfield sound? Airfield sounds fine to me. And what would we do with the last one then? Food? Lots of food places around here. Food. Food. So many food places. Well, fine, we'll do food. I'm not opposed to it. Let me double check. Is there a medicine option? Nah, we'll go with food. It's really not that big of a deal. It's still 1 resource lost per day less. How do I get out of here? Oh no, we just follow this. I'm gonna leave the injury on him, playing a little bit unsafe. But since I'm not intending to do any, like, operations, like, I feel a little more comfortable leaving the injury on him. Like, I'm not trying to do quest objectives or anything like that, so it doesn't bother me as much. Oh man, I'm not used to weapon sway. Oh, of course he would scream. Okay, let's see who heard it. This guy did. Did those guys seriously hear it? I think we can ignore those guys over there. Maybe not, they're getting kind of close. Wow, great food. I'm convinced.
Everything seems calm here.
Well, this is a food place, correct? Yes, it is.
The outpost is up and running.
Dental floss. Sure.
No, we're strangers, but I want to meet and make you an offer.
Okay, got our bullets back. All right, the last outpost we want. Oh yeah, we were gonna take this one right here, the airfield workshop. How do we get there? Just drive. Okay, it's just got to loop around the exterior of the map, and that'll be the final outpost. And then we can just go home, and that'll be that. We'll have completed the base in a single episode. And we're not even gonna go that far overtime. I mean, according to my program, we are only just now hitting an hour. So I'm pretty happy about that. I definitely enjoy the efficiency at which we got the base set. I mean, the next episode is literally going to be called, or this episode here is going to be called Mike's Concrete Completed. All in one episode. That's quite happy about that. When I look at those Red Talon facilities, I still can't believe I grinded them all out a second time. Jeez. That took some effort. I'm really glad I got lucky in a few of my later matches, though. There's no doubt about that. The reason I'm going to go on foot in this distance, because there are, what, like three... Yeah, there's the 2 plague guards here, which means reasonable to expect there to be hordes.
That's a whole lot of nothing we got here.
I didn't know that. Look at the mini-map. Dodging makes noise.
The outpost is up and running.
Interesting. I did not know that, so I just learned a thing. The next question I have is, does crouch dodging make a noise? Okay, so crouch dodging does not make a noise. Might as well check the back of this military vehicle. I believe it is, at least. Parts? Why not? We're gonna need a lot of parts. Was that the final outpost? Yes, it was. Well, where did that guy come from? Why am I not getting contact on him? Or, I mean, I was getting contact on him, but why wasn't I getting, sound effects? That was weird. I don't know. The game might start... I think the game is going to start becoming haunted. We better get home before...
I don't know why we couldn't be better neighbors, but it doesn't matter now. We're leaving.
When I didn't help me better neighbor. They try to guilt you about it, like, oh my god, like, why are you such a bad person for not helping us, even though we're like incompetent and incapable of surviving on our own? Maybe I don't want to help you because you're incompetent and can't survive on your own. Maybe I only want to help people who are capable of holding on their own. Like the Rouse protocols, like we're not on those right now. We don't have to help innocent people. And they got a rude awakening coming up soon, or maybe I will. Maybe I'll get shot to death being like excessively aggressive and belligerent to my neighbors. It's always a concern on Nightmare Zone with those headshots. Okay, I'm about to say, I'm running through a horde, why don't I contact anything? Looks like we also revealed a building I didn't notice. No, we've already been hit by a bloater once. Twice in the same episode, that's too much.
Did everyone behave while I was gone?
Seems like they did, considering that the base is in pretty good shape. Let's just go ahead and pull out those materials real quick. Oh, speak of the devil. The materials, they're just kicking them around like it's kickball or something. Like, oh gosh, or they're like playing Jenga with all of our materials. That's all I can envision. Like, whenever they break stuff, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you breaking stuff? What are you playing, like Jenga with them? It's like, oh, like the fuel got rid. What, did you kick one of them over? Like, were you like bowling with like fuel canisters or something? Like,
Extra, so we figured we'd share.
did someone like trip? Oh, because you didn't stow them away, it was in my way and I tripped over it, and all the fuel went everywhere. Interact, please. Okay, let's get over to
I'm
our
actually doing all right here.
Red Talon place and see our base status before we log out. Okay, so we got one extra bed, perfect for inviting people. We are losing technically 1.5 food per day because we do have to spend 1 food to use the compost bin. 2 meds per day, 2 ammo per day, 2 materials per day. That's a controllable level. Like, it's not too big a deal. Morale, let's check. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, do we get white noise? Yes, we get look at that, 2 instances of white noise, so that's actually pretty good. What is lowering our morale? Why aren't we at maximum? Cramped quarters, obviously, yeah. Teeming zombie or recently demoted. Eric is like grumpy. Obviously, that'll improve our morale. I want to get into that final tier if possible. But all of those are set up. Got a ways to go, but once we start destroying plague arts, they're going to gain their standing back very rapidly. Anyways, so that was that. Oh wow, 49 days to go for 49, so 51 days to go. That means the halfway episode is going to be really soon. That'll be something. Looks like our supplies are mostly okay. Probably should call in some supplies, but overall we still got plenty of influence. I mean, we're going to need to call stuff in because these plague arts are going to push us past the influence cap, so that's what we got going. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Next episode, we're going to start... next episode, I will begin the Asriel protocols. And in our free time, we will try to destroy some of these plague arts when we're not busy trying to see what quests we have to do. But that's going to be that. Thanks for watching. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future State Decay 2 content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.